Today, I'd like to talk about the government's darkest secret, Drumcondra Tests. Everyone remembers taking the Drumcondra test in primary school. It was meant to measure our vocabulary, grammar and mathematical skills, but instead, it just taught us how to be afraid. The Drumcondra tests were a multiple choice questionnaire and the sole reason why I struggle to make a decision to this day. Drumcondra was an acronym. It stood for Don't reach your maximum, cause other nightmares dare rest ahead. Why were they called the Drumcondra tests? Maybe if they were called the Glasnevin quiz, we wouldn't have been so frightened. It turns out Drumcondra itself was built as a tribute to the Drumcondra tests. This is why whenever you see people from Drumcondra on a night out, they're always 2 drinks away from talking about their score. The Drumcondra tests were the Sellafield of our childhood self-esteem. Our scores are being cryogenically frozen in an unmarked underground lab, currently being sent around to all the companies that are refusing to hire you. The only 3 certainties in life are death, taxes, and a disgruntled mother bursting into the principal's office if her kid got a low score on the Drumcondra test, furiously blaming the teacher to make it look like her son's academic performance had nothing to do with her drinking during her pregnancy. The Drumcondra tests were the first post-traumatic bump in the narrow road towards a competitive future. We were pitted against each other. This was our introduction into the clutches of consumer capitalism, where we learnt we could only thrive if others failed. These entry-level Machiavellian escapades were constructed by design to build a wall up between us and them. Our Pokemon cards and kick the can turned to prison yard playpens. Our imaginations lost their shape, soon to morph into lines on a ledger. No cogs in a matrix, just another familiar bend in the rat race and a shit second-hand Christmas sweater. I'd like to call on the government to abolish the Drumcondra tests. No longer will you destroy our adults of the future by letting them figure out how stupid they really are. Give them the right to sink back into the comfort of ignorance. Abolish Drumcondra. Until then, no one wins. Some just do better than others, and some will continue to hide in the toilet. Frankie, did you hide in the toilet? Get out! Namaste.